time to do a dig. Okay, the usual. We're gonna knock out this rock out here. It actually looks like little titanium or spinel, little tiny ones up here on the back of it. God knows if there's anything behind it. I've already dropped it. Good morning all, it's Tim from Tim's Adventures. I am digging up that tunnel that I don't like digging. Okay, now I've cleared the wheelbarrows out of here. There were 6 of them that I knocked down from the other day, and now I've got to do this granite again, knock it down and knock some of this sand down, take that away and penetrate further. Yeah, it's I hate digging ground and it has nothing in it. You know, it's taken me ages to get back here. Yeah, so this is the ground. Bugger. Yeah, it's further on. That's it. It's still another at least 3 feet or more. You know, because I forgot to mention one part when I do divining, and it just dawned on me yesterday. Because I was giving Tyson a hand to break through into his new tunnel. Anyhow, he broke through. I helped him out a little bit, and of course he done most of the work and the tractor, and we put a ladder down and he busted through. So he's got fresh air now. He doesn't have to think too many blowers. He had 3 of them going. Now he'll only need 1. But besides all that, the thing is, when I do the wires, now the wires I noticed even when I first had my first claim, that they actually can be off when you're talking about 30 foot up to about 1 meter. They can go on an angle. I don't know what the reason is or why, but somehow they can be up to 1 meter out. That's it. That's what I thought I'd mention. So anyone who does divining, it's not exact. Yeah, not all the time. When you're on shallower ground it is, but when you're on deeper ground, no, it's not. So you could be up to 1 meter out when you're judging 30 foot ground, 30, 40 foot, you know, 25 foot, yeah, up to about 1 meter. So I thought I'd mention that little fact that I learnt, and I forgot all about it. I honestly did. I forgot all about it to mention that little part that really matters. Anyhow, that's to all the diviners out there. Good luck and good on ya for doing it. It is a fact, not fiction. Anyhow, alright, back to digging. I've got a nice billy up there, but it's on itself by itself. So anyhow, I've got to move all this granite now. So I'll be back. I'll knock it down and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm dumping it over there. I'm back. Here we are. Check it out. I've knocked down the granite. So I'm taking that away in the wheelbarrow, dumping it in the tunnel over there. Yeah. So automatically, I'm filling up the tunnels this time, and then automatically take out the other pillars that I want, and then lift the ground up again, and support it and backfill, and yeah, complete the mine systematically from one end to the other. That's what I plan to do. Anyhow, well, plan. You know, we'll see what happens with plans. Anyhow, this is it. So I've shown you now. Now I can go back to work and finish it. Okay, that's it. Look, full height, down. Okay, I'm cutting out more because I want to go on a bit of a slant downwards. Saves me taking out granite later because I'm pretty sure It's going to peak up and then drop back down, and that's where the patch is going to be, or run of sapphire. I haven't asked the wise what it is. Yeah, I'm leaning towards a big run, but it could be a patch as well, you know, by the judging of it from upstairs, the way it looked. Yeah, around. Anyhow, that's the last wheelbarrow of granite and rubbish dirt here. So what I'll do this wash, and if there's not much in it, and the wise are saying that there's nothing in it, well then I'm going to dump the whole wash over in that tunnel and get to the good stuff. And once I see a change, then I'm going to just stop. Alright guys, later. Alright guys, time to do a dig. Okay, the usual. I'm going to knock out this rock out here. It actually looks like little titanium or spinel, little tiny ones up here on the back of it. God knows if there's anything behind it. I've already dropped it. And what I'm going to do after this video, I'm going to give you the theory of why these sapphires were deposited here. Well, you can basically call it fact. Why these giant billies, there's another 3 of them over there, this sort of size, they were deposited right here. And all these billies came from this, basically this area. So I'll give you a proper, well, my theory on it, and it's basically would be fact, because of the sapphire deposit. So that's why you know it's fact. And stay tuned after this. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to break this up here. As you can see, it's a pinch off running up that way on an angle. Yeah, got a bit of fun out in front of me. Now, yeah, after this, what I'll do is I'll give an explanation on why I reckon, which I'm pretty definite, why the deposit of sapphire came up here, so you get a better understanding of the ground if you're digging it. Alright guys, time for a lesson. Now this is how I base and my 14 years of working here on the Gemfields. Okay, you can see all these billies here that have been put there. This giant billy here, which is probably half a ton, and then we got another 3 here, monsters, which I pushed over here. 1, 2, 3. 3 big ones, and also large stones there, large ones over there. Now this all come from this area, right, and that as well over there, and the backfiller there, and all these rocks. It all came here. Now over here, right, that was lower. This is a jump up. That's pure granite, right? All the big rocks were here. So there's the deposit coming this way. Heaps and heaps of sapphire here were found. Lots in the kilos, but majority was duds. Okay, so keep that in mind. Duds usually fly over higher, but of course there's good quality stones here too. Duds are lighter for the simple fact that they're broken up and got other material in between. Now if you have a look here, there's more deposits of large billies, and billies are rocks, by the way, and that's the granite all the way up here. That's where I pulled out over here and got a really pretty stone out of there. It's on one of the videos, I'm pretty sure, but I can't remember which video it is. Now I've got to yet take all this because that's a high wash and that has sapphire in it. Sorry, I better point to it up there. And all this too has sapphire in it. Now, here we go. So in the day, when all this ground wasn't above, you had your volcanoes that exploded, blah, 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 deposited sapphire. They actually melted down, wood right down to nothing, and water or acid, it would have been acid rain, deposited, and this would have been raging torrents, giant rapids. That's the way I see it. Because to move these billies around, as you can see them, they've been moved around everywhere. So the flow came this way. This is the way the water flowed. Come in here at really fast pace, okay, really fast, and then of course it gouged out. That's why you got less wash here, but it slowed down at one point obviously, and then deposited these billies here, this bottom layer, and that's the layer that's very important with the sapphire. That's the most abundant layer. Now she come through this way, use your imagination, giant rapids, smack, they hit this granite, it starts peaking up, it rolls the stones, and all the heavies get pushed along all the way here. Now this would have been a separate deposit that wasn't there. The granite was still solid. Okay, so when these sapphires were deposited, all the granite was solid, because otherwise it would have been eaten away, because now it's soft. 20 feet of it is soft, so it had to have some type of acid which melted basalt and everything else, and that's where it deposited the stones over here. Now the theory on this part here, it come raging in. Now the sapphires are running up, all the way up, in every direction they're coming, and they're looking for places to settle. This is one of them. The next spot, hopefully, according to the wires, is this way. I would never pick it. I would never understand it, but now I am understanding it, and this is the reason why. Okay, she's got an up, so somewhere here, when the sapphires were running through, there's got to be a drop off there, or a landing a deep hole, crevice, giant crevice or whatever where the deposit is. That's the way I understand it. I hope I'm right. Won't know until do this. But that's the way I see it. That's the first layer. Now this of course happened millions and millions of years ago. And yeah. And that's definitely after the volcanoes melted right down. And that's when the rivers or whatever they were off acid, because it had to be acid to melt all these rocks and the granite 20 feet down. I mean, it had to be around for millions of years soaking in acid to do that to granite. Yeah, to melt it to powder. Don't forget, dig 20 feet straight down and then you hit hard granite. That's it. And that's proven because I did a well and I got Ray Hudson to drill me a hole to do the well. And that was, he went through 20 feet of granite. And that's basically what I hear around the joint is about 20 feet. Well, in my area on Bedford Hill, right? And this is why you've got the deposits. Now there's a drop off there. And behind that, of course, will be sapphire. As you go down, depending on how far you go, there will be a big patch of sapphire over there. Definitely, because all the sapphire was deposited here. They're still going to jump up further. Now, what I was talking about, the duds, because duds are lighter because of all the cracks, they're going to travel easier. So, you know, and obviously a lot of duds were deposited here and they were flown from everywhere. And, yeah. So that's my theory. Well, not theory, it's actual fact. I'm pretty confident that I'm talking fact. So, yeah, and that's the way they got deposited. So all this area here, see all that jump up is going to be pretty good with sapphire. And the only ones that are going to stick around there are good quality sapphire because they're the heavies. Okay, and same over here. And actually, I did a bit of a dig here, and I spotted spinels in the bottom here. I don't know if they're still there, if I left them. Because I can't help myself. I go around having a little sticky beak at what I can see. Maybe I pulled them out. Yeah, by the looks of it. I must have. Yeah, there they are. Look, right there. That's a spinel. Right there. Oops, get that light so it's not that strong. I don't know. Can you guys see that? That's too strong. Oh, yeah, there. Yeah. There it is. The grey thing there. And I'll pull him out. There it goes. That's it there. That's a spinel. So, yeah. And that's where they settle. See? There's a dip. So all this area here, you'd be taking it all the way from there, all the way down here, right, and attacking it that way, which Keith has left a pillar this way, and yeah, but that would be the cream that way. This also would be the cream all the way along there, and he's taken out bits and pieces here. I remember that from years ago. So yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Now, there was other deposits here, big ones. Another one, well, there you go. There's your ups and downs. So this would have been very wide and massive, massive, massive flow. But as we know, all around the world, there's massive places. So, yeah, and it wouldn't have been landslides. It could have been in some areas. It would have been a little bit of landslides because the wash is clean. Landslides are going to do a different. That would be possibly. See, that's just not refined. It's a conglomerate of everything. There's only certain areas, and that would have been some type of mud flow. Mud flow, basically. Not landslides, mud flow. That's what it would be. There would have been that too, and that possibly would have been earthquakes or whatever at the same given time as the flow, and then it's moving a lot of dirt at the same given time and just makes a ugly mix. And that's where you get your ugly mixes from. Yeah, otherwise it's very refined, and that would be like a water flow, but of course with acid. An acid type of water flow that melts stone. Okay, there you go. That's my little lesson on sapphires and the deposit in my area here, and I'll see you upstairs. Time to start the plant. There we go. It's definitely full. Whoa. Okay, big test now. Whether I continue digging that dirt or dump it. If there's nothing in it, nothing worthwhile, yeah, it'll be dumped. Alright, later. Job done. Time to clean her out, and let's see if we do any more washes from this dirt. That's it. Bring the torch out just to see. Okay, wow, there's actually lots of little tiny spinels. Wow. Ah, that could be from the last wash. The parts that, yeah. That would be from that. Yeah. Whoa, not looking very good. As you can see, okay, ironstone. Wow. Wow. Getting worse. Definitely. Ah, look, there's one. So far. Okay. There. Okay, flat. Alright guys, that's the end of part A. Alright, and I'll catch you on part B. So like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell, thumbs up, and God bless you all. I hope you enjoyed it, but before I go, alright, now you can just imagine the fields go probably about, let's say about 200 meters that way, or 150 meters that way. Okay, and that's the edge. That's the actual edge of the sapphire deposit, right? And the band of washes. Then it goes kilometers that way. So, yeah, that way. And Bedford Hill is one of the best areas that haven't been mined out with the heavy machinery. So, you know, there's lots of areas around here that have got plenty of good sapphire. All right, guys. Cheers.